Cutters, Degrassi, Unpopular Opinions. Hey there, hello there. It's Jeff Cutter Diamond welcoming you to another Degrassi Unpopular Opinions. And this is about Season 5. And Season 5, sorry, this is about Season 6. Remember when JT was trying to get back with Liberty, but then basically they had a kid, but Liberty put the kid up for adoption because JT was not doing enough as a father. And then in Season 6, JT was with Mia because of all that. And then he fell in love with her 2-year-old daughter, Isabella. And basically Liberty seemed jealous and all that. And basically Lakehurst wanted to destroy JT because he's dating Mia. That was Nick's ex. And of course Nick is the leader of the Lakehurst gang, if you will. And then, one of them, Drake Lampley, decides to stab JT in the aorta for some reason, possibly payback, and basically Nick may have asked some Lakehurst people to try to destroy JT. Who knows? That's why Nick never gets mentioned again. But that, long story short, that was huge. But anyway, the next episode was when everyone was grieving over JT's death and all that, and just wondering what was going on and all that. And Toby grew closer to Liberty for some reason. And basically, they both were shadowed in grief and all that. Liberty not as much, but, Toby was shocked. Because the last time he saw his friend, he gave JT that advice to go find Liberty. I think Toby, in his mind, basically thought that he may have sent JT out on a death mission, if you will. Suicide mission. Because, JT probably would not have gone looking for Liberty if it wasn't for Tobes. So, maybe Toby was guilty about that. But you can't blame Toby. How were we fucking supposed to know that basically JT was going to meet his maker? So anyway, Toby and Liberty grow close and they have a relationship. Danny's not too pleased. That's Liberty's brother. Saying that, why would a geek like you want to be with her? Come on, Danny. Yeah, he questioned Toby's thing towards Liberty. And basically, there's an unpopular opinion in the Degrassi Reddit community, I think, that basically says that Toby messed up a relationship because he had to be truthful. I think people on threads would say that Toby screwed up. Why did Toby have to tell Liberty the truth? He could have been with Liberty and it would have actually given Toby a relationship. Because Toby seemed to not really have a relationship with a girl after Kendra left in Season 3. It's like, Toby, come on, man. So anyway, poor Toby. But anyway, yeah, because Toby told Liberty that basically he couldn't do it. He would disrespect JT, and he basically said that JT was willing to be with you instead of Mia. And Liberty was upset that Toby told her this stuff. Basically, she pinned things on him, saying that, he could have kept quiet. But Toby wouldn't be able to keep quiet. Toby basically knew that he had to tell Liberty the truth. And everyone said that, way to go, Toby. You just ruined a relationship because you had to be truthful. That's kind of pathetic, don't you think? Like blaming Toby for the problems. And, it's like, what do you expect? Now, I've done a few unpopular opinions on this topic, especially with Emma being upset with Manny in the next episode after that one, about Manny leaving her high and dry and stuff, and why it was justified. Nobody's, I think, watched it, but they will. So basically, Toby owed it to his best friend. I know Toby didn't really have a lot of friends in the show. He had Rick as a friend, but that was just based on geek culture, if you will. But what do you got? What do you expect? Toby had to do the right thing. Sometimes telling the truth ruins you in a sense, but it also sets you free. He would have had the stark reality of realizing that he is basically not paying JT homage. He probably thought that basically he was doing JT dirty by basically being with Liberty and not telling her the truth about the issues. I think that Toby, for the better part of it, basically came out on top. I mean, I know his friend died, and I know that, it was just an accidental relationship with Liberty. I know someone put it in the Degrassi worst relationships ever was Toby and Liberty. Because of Toby telling the truth and all that. But Toby had to be honest. He owed it to his friend. I know this is a very short, unpopular opinion, but this is very important to the storyline. Liberty, I don't think recovered that much after JT. I think Damien was the first guy she dated after JT's death. I don't think she had a relationship with somebody. And as we all know, Liberty and Damien's relationship was secret. Toby basically blasted Liberty out. Okay, so there was a connection. Toby blasts Liberty's relationship and all that. Liberty's relationship with Damien, even though Damien was supposed to be with Emma, and then basically says that, Damien is bragging about it. Now, Toby had a reason why he was mad. Because Liberty wouldn't do a tribute to JT, and basically that Liberty seemed to have issues and all that. Maybe it was revenge for Liberty breaking up with him because he told her the truth. But I don't think Toby wanted a relationship with Liberty anyway. I think Toby just basically figured that it was just a relationship out of greed, and I tend to agree with that. But I mean, Toby was a great person, and they did him dirty. After season 3, basically, how many Toby-centric storylines were there? Other than with Rick. Not too many. They basically just did Toby wrong. And all that. They kept him around, but for what purpose? Anyway, that kind of sucks. But anyway, thanks for watching this hot take, and